Fade in on Harborvale, a sleepy town in coastal Maine. Its residents continually harrowed by an unyielding mist that intrudes from the Atlantic. And, much like the town, veiled by this persistent precipitation, its residents veil secrets of their own.
Secrets of an ancestral curse, and the desire to embrace it.
Secrets of justice, distributed in the shadows.
Secrets of newfound duty, and a life left behind.
Secrets of bestial instinct, clawing its way to the surface.
And as we cast our eyes towards these silent secrets, we shall delve even deeper into what truly transpires down by the bay. Hello, and welcome to These Silent Secrets. My name is Zach, and I'll be your MC. Where last we left off, our terrific teens had been through it. Kanan felt a betrayal most foul. Jason learned some hard and devastating news from his father. Avery, after finding her grandmother on the floor of their attic, was attacked by some disgusting amalgam of sea life. And after returning... And while at work, after encountering a creature in the aqueducts below the town, Isla put some of her plots into play, namely making plans to meet up with Xavier after her show. Before we begin, of course, the thank yous are necessary. Big thank you to Chase Greenlee and Ghostlight Me for getting our episodes up and on time, to Doc Adam VO for getting our transcripts going, and a big thank you and a happy belated birthday to our player, music director, and my fantastic wife, Nicole Tuttle-Robb. I love you very much. Happy belated birthday. With all that out of the way, though, all that is left is the episode. So let us dive in to this episode of These Silent Secrets, Down by the Bay. Guys, life has just been kind of ticking along, hasn't it?
Sure.
That's a way of wording it.
Well, it's just like, you know, we haven't recorded in at this point, what, like 5-6 weeks almost?
Almost like negative 50 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
something like that.
We're recording 50 years in the future? Is that what that means?
In the past now.
In the past 5 decades, what have you accomplished?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of rage.
At least 2 of those decades I wasn't doing much.
But yeah, things are crazy. I mean, Marcus, you're in an anime.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
I forgot that this was the first one that we recorded since that
Marcus was
news
in
came
anime.
out. Yeah.
That actually does put into perspective how long it's been.
It's been a
Jeez.
bit. You've been in an anime. I worked a crew for a Broadway show.
I wrote a book.
Nicole has finished her second draft of a book.
Nice.
Freddie's still internet famous.
My cat is currently
Working on
licking her ass behind me.
Lou's
So
licking her ass.
Yeah.
Mariah wins.
That's the best of all of us.
I saw
think
SpongeBob
actually-
the musical.
Oh, how is that? I've heard such good things about the
It was
music.
Honestly,
great.
I think
Honestly,
it's really fun.
It was great.
the people, like the sheer amount of artists behind the writing team of that is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so funny to look at the written bys on like all the songs and being like, how? Why?
I was fortunate to be able to. I found a really good bootleg of when they were performing in Chicago, like when it first started, and then Nicole and I got like the professional recording of when they were on Broadway. Honestly, I like the original a lot better. They made some weird changes.
Chicago.
Chicago. That's like where you do stuff, Freddie.
Yeah. I was in SpongeBob the Musical. That's not true.
Yeah,
but it would have been funny.
The show that I just wrapped up working on got to you at some point today, probably.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What show was it?
My Fair Lady.
Oh.
I was in that show in high school. I remembered a lot more than I thought I did. What I don't think I had the perspective at the time when I was in high school to realize is, wow, that protagonist is the worst fucking person on the face of the planet. Well, not the protagonist. The
Love interest.
The love. It's weird because like it's not like particularly stated that like they love each other. He's just kind of a sociopath. So anyone out there, Henry Higgins is trash. Moving on.
Hashtag Henry Higgins is trash.
Hashtag Henry Higgins is trash. Make it go.
I feel the same way about
this day
Ryan
and
Gosling's
age.
character in The Notebook.
Yeah, he's kind of trash.
They're both bad in that.
Yeah, they're
He's
not
awful.
great.
He climbs a Ferris wheel and threatens to kill himself if she doesn't go on a date with him.
Yep.
No, you're trash, dude.
That's not even a red flag anymore. Like, the whole world is red at that point.
Like, call the authorities.
Yeah.
I need a restraining order.
Yeah, big time.
Also, Cyclops should have just I-beamed him. I don't get it, but whatever.
Right.
The joke is that it was James Marsden.
Oh, James Marsden. I haven't seen that movie in so long. I forgot he was in that. All
like
I
the deep
care
cuts.
about is that Dan Scott from One Tree Hill is in there. He doesn't say anything, but you see him looking kind of hunky in the background, and you go, "Hey, it's Dan Scott."
There he
Listen,
is.
there's very few villains that I would risk it all for, and one of them is Dan Scott.
There are a lot of villains I would risk it all for. Not even going to lie.
There we go.
It's just who I am as a person. I'm a broken person.
I was gonna say I feel like there are very I can't think of any heroes that I would risk it all for. Because
You know
I
what?
feel
Freddie, that's a really good point.
like, can you think of one? Can you think of like, oh yeah, Batman? I'd lay it on the line.
Nicole
Like-
would be Iron
Iron
Man.
Man.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's okay. That's fair.
Take all of me, Tony Stark. I am yours.
Wait, no, I have an answer to this, but it's locked. Where did that go? Oh well.
Oh, I thought you said like it's locked, like it was an achievement that we had to unlock.
Yeah, no, it's like once we're good enough friends, I'll tell you which protagonist. I
You
would,
gotta
lay it all
earn
on
this
board for,
information from me.
yeah. It's
I
like
feel
one
like-
of my. It's like the A+ support conversation for me in Fire Emblem.
Mariah, you and I have like lots of morally gray people that I feel like we would
Yeah,
risk it all
I could
for.
list a lot of them.
Start.
Start right now.
Loki, Resand,
Loki.
who else? Castile, everyone. Book Talk
Everyone.
knows. Book Talk knows.
Book talk. Hashtag book talk.
I'm starting to get a semblance of what they talk about because my wife makes me read her horny books every once in a while.
I'm trying to
And
get
you-
Marcus to read my Marcus to read.
I was like, we've never talked about this.
Yeah,
Surprise.
Yeah,
Marcus, you need to start reading.
Yes, I mean it's
I-
required reading for everyone. So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I read a lot while I was on the show. It was always very awkward when it got to like a spicy scene because like I felt like I had to like kind of curl like my body and like hide
Hide
my
it.
phone while I was reading.
I read it at work.
Have you seen like the TikToks where it's just like me watching or reading a smutty scene and it's like deadpan, like straight faced, no change, and there's like me reading a really cute, like wholesome scene, and it's like
my eyes are
crying,
watering.
throwing up. Like,
Yes, it doesn't even faze me at this point.
no.
Our field of view opens on the shoreline. The wake of the sea, despite the continual rain, is receding. We take off through the pelting rain and rumbling thunder across the town. Fear, a feeling that surrounds us every day. Fear that we may not fit in, or that we may fail when trying our hardest. Our camera lands on a car moving a little too fast, carrying 2 injured werewolves and driven by Katrina Cortez. We move in tighter on Kanan's lupine face. Fear that the people closest to us will one day turn their backs on us. We take back through the skies, speeding to the front yard of the Sullivan house as Evangeline is rapidly loaded into an ambulance as Avery waits to join her. Fear that in our absence, pain will befall those we love. We take off again, zooming to the liquor store downtown as Isla heads out for an evening of tagging with Xavier Cipriano. Fear of the horrors that we have no choice but to face. We take off one last time and quickly find our way to Jason, sitting alone in his room, his father's news weighing down like a ton of bricks. Fear that the justice that drives us may not be as immutable as we once thought. So, we'll start outside of the Chen house. Kanan, for starters. I don't know whether or not you want me to roll Snake Eyes.
This is to find out if I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay. You pull up in front of your friend Jason's house, a little confused, still in your wolven form, your gut still bleeding profusely,
I'm in a
lest
lot of
we
pain.
forget that you've been stabbed by a silver blade. Your mother in the seat behind you, bleeding from her shoulder, your aunt in human form driving the car. As it slows to a stop, she puts her palm onto the center of the steering wheel. She honks 3 times, 2 times, 3 more times. And a few moments later, the garage door to Jason's house opens up, and your aunt pulls into the driveway, up, into the garage, and the door closes behind you. What are you doing?
I do want to say, kind of rewinding a bit.
Okay.
In the car ride, I wanted to potentially, if she'll do it, ask my aunt to call 911 and give them the address of where we just were.
Awesome. Yeah. That may have been what I rolled about, because you had messaged me about that the day after we recorded last, and I had not forgotten, Marcus.
Okay.
So yeah, that is in fact. Let's say that then. Yeah. Your aunt, because she's got like thumbs without large claws on them.
Yeah.
Makes a phone call real quick. Just says an address and hangs up.
Dope.
But yeah, you are in your friend Jason's garage in your wolf form, your mother in her wolf form, your aunt, who you up until this point have even conspired with a friend to fuck over, are sitting in your best friend's garage.
I ain't telling her that.
Blood everywhere. What are you doing?
First off, I'm going to do my best to try and wrap my waist with a shirt or a jacket or something to kind of try and staunch the bleeding.
You pull off the shirt that you were wearing that at this point is shredded and torn just from you expanding so quickly, and just do your best to kind of get it around you and tie it, and you tug the two ends and it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
And a couple of moments later, the door inside the garage that would go into the house opens up, and you see Evan Chen. You see Jason's father.
Instinctively, Kanan kind of huddles down into the car. I don't want someone to see me, but also in the same instance kind of realizes there's no hiding from this.
He comes down to the window, a bit of a stressed look on his face. This is a surprise. He wasn't expecting this. And he, does a tap on the window, and your aunt rolls it down, and he says, "Kat, what the hell are you doing here?" And she looks up and she goes, "Hey, Evan, we need some help." And Evan says, "I'll be right back with some towels for you guys. I'll be right back." And he turns and goes back into the house. Jason, you're upstairs in your room, and outside of your house, you hear, in sort of quick succession, 3 honks of a horn, a space, 2 honks, a space, and 3 more honks. And if you are curious enough to look, you see a car that I would say you probably know what kind of car Kanan's mom drives, pull into your driveway and up into the garage of your house.
Yeah, I think Jason has headphones in. I think he probably doesn't actually hear this.
All right,
this car.
Totally fair. All right, so yeah, you're sitting there listening to some music. I think we're gonna do some quick rounds real quick just to kind of get everyone in and settled. So Avery, you're sitting. Are you in your front lawn? Are you?
I rode in the ambulance.
You rode in the ambulance with your. I didn't know if you took your car to meet there or what.
No,
so, awesome.
No.
Cool. So you get in the ambulance
easily,
with your grandma.
So yeah,
awesome.
I am there the whole time. I have no explanation for what happened.
Yeah, I think while you're riding, the EMT is like, "So, can you tell us what happened?"
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I found her like this. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what happened. Please just help her, okay?
We'll do everything we can for her, okay?
I need you to do more than everything you can, okay? I need you. She has to be okay.
Avery.
Yeah?
So, what is the end condition to your darkest self?
Happening right now is what it is. My escape condition for darkest self is that I escape darkest self when I feel genuine guilt over something I've done. And I wasn't there. I made her wait. If I would have gone straight home, this might not have happened. So, yeah, Avery just descends out of darkest self in a very horrible way.
So Avery, you having this realization, all those moments you thought to yourself, I'm gonna make my grandmother wait, she can wait on me, have come crashing down when you realize that had you come home after school like you had originally said you would have, this maybe could have been avoided. So are you doing anything else in this ambulance, or are you just kind of a blubber of a mess?
I think once I kind of see that the paramedics are doing what they can and there's literally nothing I can do except just be here with her, I think I send a text message.
Okay.
And I think I send it to Jason, Kanan, and Isla. I think I start a group chat.
Okay.
And I say, there is something in Harborvale. and it's trying to kill people. We need to talk. I'm going to the hospital.
So yeah, you all receive a text message from Avery. Let's say as the text message sends, we have that nice where we see Isla's phone light up, and Isla, you are walking with Xavier. He has an umbrella up. The rain is still just hammering down. He goes, "Yeah, I got some paint that should be fine with all the moisture. It might run a little bit, but I'm not doing like master work tonight, so it'll be fine."
Why wouldn't you?
Because the rain, and like also like like you're here, like I'm sure you want to have fun, and like when I'm really in the zone, like I need to focus. I don't want you to kind of just have to sit there and watch me. Like that would be lame. So
it would be fun to see the master at work.
Okay, you talked me into it. God, where would be like a good like statement space? Like
what about the gas station or the school?
Good. We could do do a big one on the school, like very like education reform now, something like that.
That.
Sorry, Nicole, your face, bro.
Not who I would expect that from, but okay, Xavier.
Yeah, we could do that. There's that. There's like somewhere down by like the docks or something. There's like a lighthouse somewhere. I haven't been there, but like I hear it could be cool.
Wouldn't you want everyone to see your masterpiece? All your friends, all your enemies.
You know what? That's fair.
And where do they go every single day?
School.
You're right.
They go. You know what? They go to school.
Yeah, they do. You're right. And I'm gonna use my catcher in the rye move.
I love it. Awesome. Do you have to roll anything for that?
No.
Or?
You just have to decide
Awesome.
if I successfully tempted them.
Oh, definitely. Look, you, I think from the beginning have had fucking Xavier and Cipriano just wrapped around your fucking finger.
That's how we like it.
You keep this kid so confused that like he doesn't know which way is up, which is extraordinary.
And he won't know which way is up when I throw him in the ocean. What? Just kidding.
Glorious.
Anyway.
Awesome. So yeah, you start heading off towards the school. At this point, I think we're like you haven't been out of school for long, like any of you. I think at most it's like 5 p.m. and you head towards the school, find like one of a space where like people are going to see it, but like you're not going to get caught doing it for now. And he pops the lid off the can, shakes it up, and starts getting to work. Is there anything else you want to do in this exact moment before I scoot on?
No, I can wait.
Cool. Awesome. So, Jason, now you're up in your room. You got your headphones on. You do not hear what's happening downstairs at the moment, but you do get a text from Avery.
I think that I glance over at my phone and I see that I got a text, and I think that I still just don't check it right now. I think Jason has his DS out and he's playing Mario Kart.
Oh, nice.
And he is doing the best he's ever done in his life.
Oh, you're in the zone.
He is perfectly snaking all these tracks. And it's just like he's taking all of this energy and frustration and all of that and just doesn't know what else to do with it, so he's just channeling it into something that he knows takes brain power and focus, and it's just 200% playing Mario Kart out of his mind right now.
Yeah, you don't exit adrift the whole time. You're just it's masterful. God, I want to play Mario Kart now. Shit.
It's fun. It's a good game.
I have a Wii.
You do have a Wii. I forget about this.
We also can play Mario Kart.
Actually, I have Wii U because
let's us forget the Wii.
Mario World.
The Wii.
That's what it's called, right? Mario World.
Nintendo Land.
Nintendo.
There's Mario 3D World or something.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the Wii U
That's
one.
not it. It's Nintendo Land, the one that has Mario Chase and Luigi's Mansion.
Yes, Mario Chase is a fun game.
Luigi's Mansion is goated. Nothing? Nobody likes Luigi's Mansion?
Oh, I fully did not hear the first half of that sentence. I just heard goated.
I said Luigi's Mansion is goated. And everyone was like,
goated
too. I hate Luigi's Mansion.
Well, I heard goated like you're goading someone,
Yeah, because
Mario's
running away and taunting all the
GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Yes. Okay.
But greatest of all time, but in past tense.
Hey, Marcus, agreed.
Say it again. Say it one more time, Marcus. This time we'll get the reaction.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion is goated.
You're so bad. Oh my
Marcus,
God.
that is the most correct statement I have ever heard in my life. Put that in a textbook. It needs to be taught in 3rd grade.
3rd grade.
Oh, fuck.
Specifically.
All right, so you're up there Mario Karting. So Kanan, a couple of minutes later, Evan Chen comes back. He's got some like old towels in his hand. He's got like a first aid kit, and he kind of gives you like all the signals to you can hop out of your car. And it looks like he's here to kind of at least get you cleaned up enough to get you into the house, so you're not bleeding everywhere.
I'm definitely not hopping out of the car because I am in extreme pain right now.
Yeah.
So
he
I
kind
will,
of comes up, like seeing that, like you're like, and like helps you out of the car, and like he's looking at you in your werewolf form, and he doesn't look any different than when, like, if he would just be talking to you when you were there visiting Jason.
I'm specifically not making eye contact. Like, Kanan does not want anyone to see them like this, and they're uncomfortable, but they're also like grappling with the fact that I just got stabbed in my fucking gut by the girl that I was falling in love with. Kanan is both a physical and an emotional wreck right now.
You know what? It's fair. And he helps you up, and he kind of takes the towel and like kind of like what you had just done, and just wraps it like around your midsection and just gives it a tight tie. He goes, "Not doing so great, are you, Kanan?"
No, don't tell Jason, please. I'll tell him in my own time.
I mean, he's upstairs, so if he comes down, there's not much I can do about that.
I know. I just don't want him to see me like this if I can avoid it.
Understood. And he kind of leaves you to, move around the car and kind of make your way inside, and he turns to helping your mom out with the assist from Katrina, and you make your way into the Chen house.
When I get inside, Kanan is going to specifically go to the basement where they think nobody is.
Ooh, this is good. So
I was
Kanan,
not invited.
As you're on your way, you do hear Evan go, Kanan, I've got some things that can help with all of that. I'm assuming, due to the fact you're still bleeding, that you got a taste of the
silver.
Yeah. I have something that can counteract that, so I'll go grab that.
Please. And then I stop where I was, and I just wait on him.
Awesome. He runs upstairs. You hear the sound of like rooting around, and he goes, "Deborah, I need the and she goes, "I'm on it." And a few moments later, he comes down with a box. Like, it's not like a med kit. Like, this is like an old like wooden box that like you think he probably keeps the more
Van Helsing type shit.
And he pulls out what looks like some dried flowers and busts out like a mortar and pestle and starts grinding them up.
Okay.
And a few minutes later, he adds that in. He adds a few other things in and kind of gets like a paste going. And he goes, "All right, you first, definitely." And sort of has you sit down on like a stool in like the kitchen and starts to unpeel your bindings away, and takes just sticks a finger into this goop he's made, and this is not going to feel well. And
just do it.
Starts swiping this on the whole of the wound that you have. The pain of I got stabbed is still very much there. The burning of the silver begins to rapidly dissipate.
Kanan, despite everything, still in wolf form. Even though the silver pain is like dissipating, I feel like Kanan would like kind of quietly start sobbing.
That's very fair, dude.
To the point where it's like you don't know if it's from the pain or from everything else, but Kanan's just kind of losing it.
He moves over to your mom and does the same thing. Your mom is just death glaring your aunt, even while like Evan's working on her and she's wincing sort of in pain, and you can watch as her upper lip sort of snarls back. She does not break this tense, just like you can feel it. The hostility that's in this room. I
pick up on that, and in kind of an uncharacteristic moment, Kanan kind of gingerly gets up. I walk over to my aunt and I just embrace her in a hug. And I like whisper in her ear, but I say loud enough for my mom to hear, kind of like that like theater whisper, just thank you for saving us. I doubted you, and I'm sorry, and I've been kind of an asshole, but you really came through for your family today, and thank you.
You give her this hug that like first she like is tense, like with surprise, and then you just kind of feel her melt into pudding, essentially. Like, you pull your head away and she like has tears just pouring from her eyes.
I feel like Kanan would go to wipe them away, realize they have a giant wolf claw, and decide not to.
She looks at you, goes, "Thanks." And she looks at your mom. "Look, I know everything you think I've done. God, I don't even know how to start this. And while Evan is working on your mom, he goes, if you don't want to believe your sister, believe me when I say that a lot of what you have heard has been grossly twisted. And Katrina sits down on the floor in front of your mom. And do you remember the girl I was seeing when I was about 19, Gabrielle Ortiz? We were out being stupid kids, and we drank a little bit, and an accident happened. Not like a lycanthropic thing, just a car accident, and she didn't make it. Her dad Jonathan, he's a land developer, a contractor. He owns a company in Jacobsville. He was not happy, obviously, and he knows people, and it's not like in like a super well connected, like, you know, influence, like knows. He knows people, and apparently just killing me wasn't punishment enough. So the bodies started turning up with my scent and the looks of like I had torn them apart. And this isn't like a slight against you, I promise, but you guys acted exactly like they wanted you to. Because you guys kicked me out and you shunned me, and no, I'm not angry about that with you, because it kept you safe. Because the farther I was from you, the more alienated I was. The more alienated you all made me was the punishment they wanted for me. And so to keep that up, I came back every once in a while to push your buttons, to make you angry, to make you think I was this animal that you all thought I was. And it worked. It worked. And after a while, I got really tired of it, and I found other wolves out there, and I tried to fight back, and they killed all of them, every last one of them. And again, they made it look like I did it. But apparently they got tired of me coming back here, so apparently they went after Kanan or you. I don't know exactly what happened, but I promise you that although I played along and I made you think what they wanted you to think, that's not me, sis. It's not. I love my family. I love them more than anything. And your mom pushes Evan aside, and she steps forward, and she just embraces her sister, and they sit there for a while, just holding each other. I'm going to take a quick second here.
And the Oscar goes to...
Wow, that was amazing.
I feel like whenever she was like, they killed people, it made it look like it was me. Kanan's just off to the side like, fuck.
Come again?
Hey, I wasn't the first one to have the idea, I swear.
Who would do such a thing?
Oh, man.
That's such a horrible thing.
Sorry, everybody.
Damn, that's fucked
Kanan
up.
feels like such a piece of shit right now.
I can't wait to see the recording of that, because
We're making connections.
Zach's crying. I'm over here like looking like...
Yeah, that shit was good.
Mariah and I are like texting because we figured something out.
I heard that shit too.
I saw Mariah's face click.
I thought it was the name of Gabriella in High School Musical, and I was like, Zach, come on, man. But then I was like,
Montez.
wait a second. That's not someone else's.
Whew.
It's someone else's.
Someone else's. Yeah, Nicole made a bingo card of Monster Hearts games, and one of the, I think it was, is it the center space? Is it the free space that Zach cries? Is one of the spaces on there? So, hey, there you go.
Also,
It's not a campaign until you cry.
I also want to point out to everyone listening that before this session, Zach prefaced it by saying, "Sorry if I'm a little off my game tonight, everyone."
Yeah, no joke.
This is off your game. I don't even want to know what on is.
I said sorry if I was slow on the pickup.
Slow on the pickup.
On the
Excuse
pickup.
me.
Not off. Look, I'm never off my game, baby.
Obviously not. Jesus Christ.
And yeah, we'll leave that scene for a bit. We'll pop back to Avery. You arrive at the hospital. It doesn't take long. They jet through the streets and get you there. They get your grandmother rolling as they're coming to the EMTs, kind of as they're greeted by the doctors there, rattle off, oh God, I don't think we've established quite how old your mother is, your grandmother is. Let's say she's in her 70s. 74?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, they roll through. They go 74-year-old female, unknown object piercing the shoulder. I can't think of medical jargon.
Channel Grey's Anatomy, Zach. You watched it enough.
I have watched it enough. Anyway,
BP, what in the field, Zach? What was it in the field, Zach?
I've never understood the BP and all that. I've never understood it.
BP? You mean the battle pass?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah. So she's quickly let in and gone. I guess to reference Grey's Anatomy, is brought into one of a trauma room of sorts, where they are doing a bunch of stuff. They before you can go in after her, they stop you, and one of the nurses goes, "We will do everything that we can. I need you to go and go to the waiting room, okay?
Yeah."
We'll come and find you when we have any.
As soon as you know, okay, please.
Absolutely,
as soon as you know.
She sort of takes your hand and kind of gives it a squeeze, and turns around and goes into the room and closes the doors behind her. And you are left standing in the ER of the hospital and are just alone at the moment.
Oh my God, I think I'm pacing.
Okay.
And I keep looking at my phone to see if anybody has responded back. I send a quick text to Mom and Dad.
Okay.
To let them know what happened and where I am.
Your mom shoots you back pretty quickly afterwards. It's understood, I'll be there as soon as I can. You're sitting there. A couple of minutes later, you see another gurney come zipping through. They say, teenage female's animal attack, going to surgery immediately. And zip on by. You don't even see who's on it, but
I know who it is.
And off they go. And
animal attack. Wait, hold on. I think that might be the same thing that got Granny. So I'm gonna try and get a look.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Cool. How are you? Is there any specific way you want to do this, or are you just kind of
I am really good at pretending I belong someplace. So Avery just straight up walks forward, walks up behind that gurney.
They're in and gone. It's that moment when they get someone off and they need to get to surgery immediately. So they come in and they just keep moving.
Yeah, I follow.
So by the time you see it and kind of put it to you sound like you were just walking up to it. It's gone. So you
I mean walking up behind it. Awesome. So I'm following.
So you follow. Awesome. So you're following this group of doctors. Mm-hmm. They are kind of moving through some hallways, and you hear the sound of the ding of an elevator, they have called it. Mm-hmm. So how do I want to do this? Will you roll me to keep your cool?
Sure.
We look back and she's just putting on some scrubs that she stole.
Listen.
Look, we have
Avery has not put that behind. She's impersonated a doctor enough.
It's proven that Avery's also not good at actually trying to be incognito. So
okay, so I did not fail, but it is not good. It is a 7.
So it's a 7. So it's a partial success to keep your cool. I always forget that
you tell me how my actions would leave me vulnerable.
I mean, it's one of those things where you're approaching a bunch of doctors looking to just get vulnerable. Isn't there's not a danger to the situation. People are gonna either turn you away or you're gonna get a sight of what you came here to see.
So they stop at the elevator and I kind of have to pause behind them. If anybody looks at me, I just go, "Who's that?"
Some doctors go, a girl that very much needs some help. Now will you please take a step back?
My grandma was attacked by something too. Is it the same thing? Do you what kind of animal?
Some sort of large predator, we would assume. We can't go into too much information with you, unfortunately. I'm assuming you're not a family member.
I don't know because you won't tell me who it is.
Nicole.
Am I wrong?
Let's find out if this is a bad hospital.
Look, hi, I'm Zach. I don't know how a hospital is. So, you know what? I think that was a good argument. ID says Milligan, Alexandria Milligan.
Yeah, no, not family.
Ding, the doors open. They quickly usher her in. Good luck with your grandmother. And the doors close, and they are gone.
I think I call Kanan.
Okay.
Like, I just straight up call.
Cool.
Who does that? Me, right now.
All right. Well, so yeah, we'll do a quick, quick cuts here where Avery, you take out your phone, you call Kanan. Kanan, you're sitting there. Inside your tattered pants, your phone is ringing.
I have a very hard time getting it out of my pocket.
Yeah, you have to do. It's like using chopsticks.
Yeah,
but they're your fingers.
It's like a claw machine that I spent $1 on, and I kind of like look at it, and I just tap it to speaker. Hello.
Hey, Kanan?
Yeah, sorry, I'm sick.
Oh, okay. Hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but I figured you would want to know. I'm here at the hospital. I think I told you that in a text message, but Milligan's here. Alexandria.
Hangs up.
Fucking
Kanan does not know how to
their
process this.
stupid cell service.
Kanan panics and just hangs up.
I think Avery goes to like outside and tries calling again, thinking that the phone just dropped.
All right, we'll come back to call attempt number 2 as we move on back to Isla and Xavier. As you get there, he's giving you like the umbrella to hold while he is, he has like a towel in his bag that he taps the wall down to get, the rainwater off and starts doing some spritzing. He's using a lot of green, and you realize that he's spray painting a dissected frog on the wall. He's like, yeah, I just got this idea the other day that it's like, what we do to frogs in this lab, like frogs and fish and other aquatic things, like when we dissect them, it's awful. As a reminder, you use Catch in the Rye.
Yes, I did.
if they were dissecting anything, that he'd deal with it.
She kind of I kind of tilt my head. I wonder where you got that idea.
I don't know. It just came to me.
Incepted.
I don't hate it. I actually agree with you.
We've got a lot in common there, Hart.
Don't flatter yourself, Tex.
Yeah. Okay. Spray. And you spend some time. It's crude. It's not the best of the most masterful work. With the rain, you can kind of already see the paint, like some of it starting to kind of run as drops have gotten past the umbrella. He's like, it's not my best work, but I think it's going to get the point across.
You should sign it. It's your artwork.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. I'm not going to be like Xavier Cipriano. That's dumb. But I've got a tag name.
Oh, a code name. Okay, what is it?
Yeah. You see him. It's the lamest fucking thing ever. He writes out, you see QUAZ-R. It's Quasar. Yeah. Quasar. Yeah, it's like, I watch a lot of sci-fi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Give me a code name.
He sort of, it does like this, like the directorial, with the two hands with the L and put you in frame. Angelfish.
Angelfish.
Yeah, because you care about like sea life, and I mean, look at you.
Yes, Xavier, look at me.
Can I one moment? Anyway, this fucking kid, dude.
Also, I just have this really great image. I want to get this out there. In Surface Studies, the class that Isla takes, they listed off a bunch of like human nicknames, and Tex was one of them. And that is just something that Isla says.
Yeah.
Because of Surface Studies. Like, I just have that image of her learning about those nicknames under the
You
scene.
got it, Tex, and then everyone else is like, what the fuck?
I think with that bit with the, I mean, look at you. I think it's going to count as a partial success in an attempt to turn you on. So you, Isla Hart, can choose to give yourself to Xavier Cipriano, promise something that you think he wants, or get embarrassed and act awkward.
Or give a string because it's a partial, right?
Or you can give a string to him since it's a partial.
So, What is my sex move?
I think it's either you pick if they're an equal or groupie.
Why are you asking, Isla?
Well, if I got a string on him.
You won't get a string on him. Your options are one of the three, or you give him one. Oh, do you get a? Oh, you get a string from your sex.
If he's
right?
my equal, but he's not my fucking equal.
No,
Fuck that guy.
Look, I think we can all confidently say right now he's not your fucking equal. This guy is just some fucking shithead.
For just a moment, I did think that when he gave the nickname that it was also gonna be Guppy.
Oh man.
I would have cried.
I would not take away your love like that.
Holy shit. I will
Tadpole. Calls you Tadpole.
I will give
Grouper
Xavier a string.
You'll give Xavier a string.
I will do that.
Okay. Noted. All right. So you give him a string on you, and he kind of gives you like a wink after and kind of, does the last sort of touches on his project and caps his paint. Where would you be heading to next, Isla?
Is the night ending so soon, Xavier?
It doesn't have to.
I'm sure you have somewhere else to show me.
I've got a few places.
I think I have the perfect place.
Okay.
Follow me.
All right. Xavier will begin following you.
We head toward the fun center.
Oh, okay.
And around the back.
Oh, are you going to take him down to the fucking aqueduct?
Who knows?
Okay. Wonderful.
Romance.
All right, so Jason, you're up in your room at the moment, kind of shunning the world as it would be. Is there anything that you're up to, or are you still in your own world, your own space?
I think if nothing like pulls him out of it, Jason is like locked in on this for like at least the rest of the night.
Understood.
I think after getting that text, because he's listening to headphones, I guess from his phone. Is that correct time period for music to be on your phone? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I briefly forgot. But
unless you have a Zune.
Freddie had a Zune.
Marcus
that's a
had
fun
a Zune
fact for everyone now. But like after he heard his phone like give a text notification, and like after that race finished, he like just reached over and put his phone on Do Not Disturb, and then went back to his game.
Okay, noted. So you're really just
without like didn't even look who it was from, anything about it. I was just like, nope.
Just fucking turned the thing off. Like, okay. Downstairs. Is there anything in particular that Kanan is looking to do right now? Because at the moment things have kind of calmed down. Like your bleeding has already started to slow. It seems that with the wound itself, like I feel like werewolves probably heal pretty quick. Being stabbed by Silver stopped that from happening, which was why your bleeding continued for so long. But after whatever concoction Evan whipped together and smeared on your wounds, your bleeding has since stopped and is already kind of like getting tacky and clotting over. And you're still in wolf form, just kind of around.
I would say, to determine what I'm doing, how quickly is Avery calling me back?
It sounded like she stepped outside after you hung up to call you back, yeah?
It legitimately depends on how far in the elevator was into the hospital and how soon I get outside.
It's probably at like tops 3 to 5 minutes.
Then I call you in 3 to 5 minutes, Kanan.
I feel like in that 3 to 5 minutes, Kanan is just kind of like, honestly, like hands on their head, like, especially now that I know that Millie is at the hospital, Kanan is feeling both relief that she made it, but also like ooh, she tried to kill me and I let her get away.
Yeah, there's still a threat in the game.
Was this a mistake kind of thing? Like, I'm glad that I didn't kill her, but I'm not glad that a threat still exists.
At one point, you were going to go down to the basement, I'm assuming, to hide from Jason. Do you still do that? Or are you now out with the revelation about your aunt sticking upstairs with your mom?
I'm staying with my family. At first, I was just going to go to the basement to, like, get away from everyone. Mm-hmm. But with Evan helping me out and everything going on with my family, I want to stick close to those two specifically.
Awesome. So you stick by after, honestly, like it's a while that your mom and your aunt kind of sit there just kind of embraced. But after a few minutes they break apart, both of them kind of teary, wispy-eyed, and Evan finishes like putting bandages on your mom's shoulder. She looks at him, she goes, what is that you put in there, by the way? And Emma goes, Wolfsbane. actually. I know the name is a little counterintuitive, but Wolfsbane's actually very good. So who would have thunk it? Yeah, after a couple of minutes, like, let's say you get up and you kind of, like get a washcloth and kind of get the remainder of the blood out of your fur as best as you can. Evan does say, there's a shower. We got one upstairs, one downstairs if you'd like to. I know you're in.
Yeah, I'd still like to shower.
So yeah, it's up to you. And if you go to do that, before you get there, your phone rings again from a text from a call from Avery.
Kanan will take a second to answer. They're going to go in the bathroom and like turn on the vent, like the fan, and then turn the water on for like background noise.
Which
bathroom
kind of like do you go to? Upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs. I don't want to go up near Jason's room.
Cool. As you're going downstairs, your phone is ringing. You hear the sound of a shower on.
I'm just going to go look. Because I feel like in Kanan's mind, they know that Jason is upstairs. Mm-hmm. They know that both of the Chen parents are right there.
So who the hell's downstairs?
Yeah, so Kanan is almost like did they leave it on? Like,
yeah, you go downstairs. You, push the bathroom door open. You expect... like, of like steam from like, like a hot shower to come out, but it doesn't. The room actually feels kind of chilled, like the cold water is running. And I don't know, do you pull like the shower curtain back to see who's in there? You see a teenage guy, maybe like 17 to 18, who is sitting on the floor of the shower, like knees to his chest, and is just kind of staring into nowhere, and is just kind of sitting on the floor of the shower, the water kind of falling on top of him, just kind of rocking to himself.
Kanan pulls the shower curtain back, sees this, just goes, "Ah!" and shuts the shower curtain again. And then like is gears moving in their head trying to figure out what exactly they just saw, because this person does not look familiar to me at all. And I just kind of, "Are you okay?"
The only thing you hear back is this very quiet sort of muttering with the sound of the shower. Like, it's kind of hard to make any of it out. But yeah.
Do you need help?
You don't get a response.
Okay, well, bye. And I just exit out of the bathroom, go upstairs, and I like go to find Mr. Chen, and I'm like, "There's a young man in your shower."
Oh, he's awake.
Yes?
That is Julian. He is a guest at the moment.
Okay. Tell him I'm sorry for peeking in on him in the bathroom.
Okay, I gotta stop you right there, because the faces you're making, all I'm imagining is a werewolf making these faces. And I'm dying inside. I'm sorry.
So, I go to voicemail, clearly.
Yes, yeah, you definitely
yeah.
So I think Avery is realizing, okay, maybe that wasn't a dropped call. So I think Avery just follows it up with a text message that says, "Sorry if you didn't want to know. I don't know what happened, but Millie's here at the hospital going to surgery." And
I actually almost like the idea better that I answered the phone, or like clicked to answer, and it was just on.
And you heard whoosh of a shower. "Hi."
Hello.
Oh, sorry. "Hi, are you okay?"
Kanan, who are you talking to?
Let's say after you get done with this conversation with Evan, you hear like Avery, the phone held down by your leg. Just, "Kanan?"
Oh, is this Kanan? Which one of these is Kanan?
I'm fine with you heard the whole thing in the bathroom.
Okay, cool.
Like there was the conversation with Evan. You probably heard it very low and
Yeah.
But let's say the line is open. You're the call is connected. You're like,
hello, if anyone can hear me, I'm sorry for listening. Should I hang up now? Also, if you need to talk about whatever just happened, I'm here to listen. I'm not sure who isn't okay right now. And I'm just talking to nobody. I realized nobody is listening.
Kanan kind of, Avery. Hold
Kanan,
on a second.
Hey.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, holding.
And then jog upstairs, go to the other bathroom, and I knock on the door first. And then go into the bathroom to make sure nobody's showering in there. Same sequence, turn on the vent, turn on the shower, shut the door, lock it if it has a bathroom lock.
Yeah. Jason, while he while Kanan runs upstairs, you do hear even when you're hearing in an older house, when fans kick on, when doors close, you still feel it. So you feel the house sort of rattle as assumably a big figure comes up the stairs, goes into your bathroom, closes the door.
Great.
And so you're in the bathroom, you're on the phone.
Hey, are you alone right now, or are you somewhere where no one can hear you?
Yeah, I'm just outside in the hospital. That nobody's around me.
I don't know how to say this, but and you hear Kanan kind of softly start crying again. That you can hear it through the voice and over the phone. That was me. I did that to her. I don't know what went wrong, and I don't exactly know what happened, but she stabbed me. And I don't mean a figurative backstab or anything, but she's with a dagger stabbed me in my gut, and I freaked out. I freaked out, and I let go, and I couldn't handle it,
Kanan,
and I just don't know what to do.
Kanan, breathe. Take a deep breath for me, okay?
And then you hear Kanan put the phone to their chest and a muffled in the background
Hey, Kanan. I believe one of the exit conditions from Darkest Self for a werewolf is come the next dawn or when you harm someone that you care about.
Oh, I care about.
So in the moment you were really angry, but I feel at this moment when the gravity that of what you did is hitting you, I would say that would fulfill your condition if you are up for that.
Oh, I am. And Kanan kind of comes down and comes back to the phone, and you hear the voice going from this deep feral thing to kind of that innocent high schooler again. And he's just, I thought things were different and they're not. And I don't know. You said she's at the hospital though? They have her?
They have her.
That's good. I was afraid that I had done something awful, and I still did, but at least it's not permanent.
You said that she stabbed you?
Yeah.
Then you weren't doing something awful, Kanan. You were protecting yourself.
Does that justify it, though? Because, what if she was right?
What? Right about what? Right about trying to kill you? Because, Kanan, I'm sorry, but you are the nicest person in our entire school.
I've got this monster inside me, and I don't know how to deal with it.
We all do.
And I obviously can't control it.
Listen,
and I don't.
Even those of us that don't have soup, Kanan, all have a monstrous side. Every single one of us. And it is not that it is there that matters. It is what we choose to do with it that does. Okay. I try to help people with what I can do. Jason protects people with what he can do.
I guess I just gotta find what good I can do with it. I mean, it's not it's not going away. So here I am, and I just wait, hold on. Didn't you say your grandma was at the hospital? I'm so sorry. I'm being really selfish right now. Is your grandma okay?
Actually, I don't know. And don't worry about being selfish. In fact, you're distracting me by giving me an opportunity to talk to you.
I would ask if you need some company, but I don't know if me being away from my family is the best thing right now.
No, I wouldn't ask that of you. I wouldn't ask you to be here while she's here, not after what she did.
I would say I feel weird inviting you to someone else's house, but if you want to come to Jason's, I think you'd be welcome.
I'm not sure Jason wants to see me anytime soon.
Full disclosure, I know what happened, and I don't think it was bad. I didn't hear anything negative. And honestly, I saw the group text. If something is out there killing, we need to figure out what's going on.
I think we need to talk soon. My grandma, before the ambulance came, she gave me something, a page from a journal from my great-great-grandmother, and whatever was happening then is happening again. And I am so used to shouldering things by myself, and I don't think I want to do that anymore.
You shouldn't have to. I know we're not great friends, but I feel like you're pretty cool, and you just kind of let me dump all over, and I know we're not good friends, but I would like to be, and if you're into my buddy, then, I'd hope I'm not overstepping, but I'd like to be cool with the girl he's dating. If you guys are dating, I don't know if you're dating.
No.
I'm just kind of spitballing here.
No,
I'm ranting again.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're. Thank you. I do want to be your friend, Kanan, and I hope that it's not too awkward now. But I have found a really good friend in Jason, and I don't want to lose that either. And
it's not awkward for me, for what it's worth.
No, that's good. That's great, because you might have to be a buffer.
I'll do what I can, but...
What about tomorrow, before school, all of us? Even Isla, I know, at least I haven't talked to her too much, but I do know that she's trustworthy, and I know that she can help.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that and throwing her in the group chat. Why?
Because I am not positive, and don't quote me here, because I just found out that different types of soup exist other than mine, and I'm not saying that she has soup, but I am saying that I was in there. I was in that show room with her, the recording space, when she was doing a show, and I know that when we're out there in the cars listening, it's just like she's so electric and inviting and enticing, but it is another level when you're right there. It's like she asked for something and got it, and not just in like a easy peasy kind of way. She legitimately said, I want to talk to this specific person, and 3 minutes later the phone was ringing. And I don't know, but there might be something to her, and if nothing else, we need somebody to warn the public.
I see where you're coming from. I'll be honest, I'm gonna be a little slow to trust from now on, but I'll hear it out. I think I'm gonna take tomorrow off of school, but I'll meet with you guys, and because something's going on, and I don't like it. And I don't want a repeat of what happened tonight, but full disclosure, if someone fucks with my family again, I'm not going to hold back.
And I don't think you should.
But I'm at Jason's now. I'm going to take a shower, and I'll let him know what's going on.
Yeah, have you seen him? Is he mad at me?
I only just got here. I'll fill you in tomorrow, but I have had...
Don't, ask him or anything. You don't be like, hey, are you mad at Avery? Just feel it out a little.
I'll sniff out the situation, but I'll be honest, I've had legitimately the worst night of my life. I needed to take a shower and get my shit together, because I am losing it, man.
Yeah, you deserve rest.
And I genuinely hope your grandma's okay, and that she pulls through. Keep me posted, and if there's anything I can do, let me know. But right now, I'm sorry, I just don't have the spoons, man.
I hear you. Before I go, if you hear nothing else today, I want you to hear this. You're not a monster, Kanan. Okay?
Thanks. Thank you. And you can hear, Kanan trying to hold back tears at that. And just, you're a good friend, Avery, and you're a good person, and I'm really appreciative of you. And I'm glad we're getting to be friends. So thank you.
Have a good night, Kanan.
I'll try. You too.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Silent Secrets. Like always, if you want to support what you just listened to, there's a bunch of ways to do that. First couple, real easy. You can review, subscribe. All you gotta do is scroll down whatever podcatcher you listen to. If it lets you do comments, if not, just throw us a rating. We would really appreciate it. And it'll go, a really long way. So, please. And thanks. Another super easy way is just to tell a bud about us. It's super duper easy. You just find a friend, you go, hey, I found this really cool show. I think you're going to like it. And you tell them our name, and then they come and they listen to the show, and then you all just become honorary cast members. And you know what? Someday maybe we could throw just a big ol' cast party, but not like the weird ones in high school. I hope I'm not the only one that experienced that awkwardness. If you want to support the show financially, you can do that at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, where you can get some awesome rewards and support the shows on the Ghostlight Media Network that you enjoy. Which, by the way, go check out the rest of the shows on the Ghostlight Media Network. They're all fantastic. You can check out our merch at tpublic.com/store/ghostlight. You can get some awesome t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, tote bags. I think you can get beer koozies. You can get tapestries. The list goes on and on. So check that out. Lastly, if you want to check us out on social media, you can do so. Our website's thesilentsecrets.com. Our TikTok's at TheSilentSecrets. And Twitter's at SilentSecretPod. Give us a follow. Say hi. We love hearing from you guys. And if you want to follow us all individually, you can do so. You can find Nicole at Nicole Voice, Marcus at MarcusRVO, Mariah at _ Mariah Clawson, Freddie at Freddie _ Pow Pow, and myself at That Guy Zach Robb. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode. But until then, may your secrets stay hidden, and may all of you con your enemy's children into making weird political street art. Goodbye.
This has been a Ghostlight Media production.